Beowulf and his men were left alone in Harrow. Beowulf lay down to rest in the hall, putting off from him his coat of mail, helmet, and sword. When night had covered earth with its net, the shapes of darkness began to move, black and silent, through the world. Through the dim night, Grendel came stealing. The door of the mead hall sprang open at the first touch of the monster's claws. Grendel's eyes glowed with a gruesome light. Everyone within slept in the darkness, all but Beowulf. Grendel slunk over the paved floor of the hall. His eyes gleamed as he saw a troop of kinsmen lying together asleep, and he laughed as he reckoned on sucking the life of each one before day broke. He seized up a sleeping warrior.
The monster ripped that brave warrior apart, cut his body to bits with his powerful jaws, drank the blood from his veins, and gulped him down.
Grendel held a wondrous wide bag, skillfully closed with clasps. It was cleverly designed for a deadly use, with the craft of the devil, out of dragon skins. Grendel reached out his hand for the next sleeping man, intent on shoving him inside the bag. But that man was Beowulf. Suddenly, the monster felt a powerful grip upon his arm.
Grendel, that shepherd of evil, had never felt a grip so strong. Beowulf stood up, full length, and grappled with Grendel with all his might until his fingers cracked as though they would burst.
Grendel tried to flee, but he could not. He roared and the hall resounded with his yells, as up and down he raged at Beowulf, holding him in a fast embrace.
No!
Awake! Beowulf battles the monster! Grendel flailed his body this way and that, throwing himself against the powerful walls of Harrow. But Beowulf held on even tighter. The benches were overturned, the timbers of the halls cracked. The beautiful hall was all but wrecked. Beowulf's men had seized their weapons and thought to hack Grendel on every side. Strike him, quickly!
Their points could not hurt him. The sharpest iron could not even scratch him. He had bewitched all men's weapons and had laid spells that blunted every mortal man's blade.
Stay back! Your weapons are useless!
Beowulf continued to hold the monster in this tight grip, no matter how much he thrashed. Grendel saw what it meant to feud with God Almighty. The monster began to feel his strength deserting him, and he let forth a hellish howl.
Grendel twisted in pain, his claws bound fast. The bleeding sinews deep in his shoulder snapped, muscle and bone split and broke. The monster's arm pulled free. No!
Grendel, now free, fled from the hall. Wounded to the point of death, he retreated to his miserable hole at the bottom of the murky marsh to await his end. The battle was over. Beowulf had been granted victory. He still held the monster's arm in his grip.
Now I will hang this arm high in the rafters as a sign that I have killed the monster.
In the morning, there was much celebrating in Harrow. Warriors came from far and near to see the proof of this mighty deed.
The monster is surely slain, but some of you follow his trail. Make sure that he is no more.
A troop of men tracked the monster's path. His bloody footprints led back to the edge of a foul lake. He had dragged his dying body and fallen into those waters as hell had opened to receive him.
Whatever is left of him is deep down in this murky lake.
Racing their horses back over the green turf, they reached again the golden-roofed hall. The king heard their news and gave thanks to God.
I have had much woe, but this lad, through God's might, has done the deed that we, with all our wisdom, could not do. Now I will heartily love you, Beowulf, as if you were my son. You shall want for nothing in this world, and your fame shall live forever.
Harrow was cleansed. The walls hung anew with cloth of gold. The whole place was made fair and straight, for only the roof had been altogether unhurt after the fight. A merry feast was held. The king brought forth out of his treasures a banner, helmet, and mail coat. These he gave to Beowulf, but more wonderful than all was a famous sword handed down to him through the ages. Then 8 horses with golden cheek plates were brought within the hall. One of them was outfitted with King Hrothgar's own saddle, decorated with silver. Hrothgar gave all to Beowulf. bidding him enjoy them well. To each of Beowulf's men he also gave gifts. Hera seemed safe again, and they all swore that nowhere on earth or under the earth there was a warrior worthier to rule over men than Beowulf. But that very night, a new terror would assail them. The Golden Hall, a foe much mightier than before.